Okay, so good evening to all. So in this particular lecture, I am going to demonstrate some of the practical problems related to if else. So yesterday or before yesterday, we discussed about the relational and logical operators with the help of which we can put the questions, we can put the conditions, and on the basis of the conditions, on the basis of the answers to that conditions, we can decide the path whether we have to execute one set of statements or another set of statements. So yesterday we discussed about if else, and over here we have discussed that we just have to put the condition, like if is a keyword. After if, we need to put the condition like this, and after condition we put a colon. After colon, then we can put all these statements. If this statement can be one statement or two statements, three statements, we can put any number of statements after this colon. The only condition was that all the lines should have the same spaces, number of spaces, so that interpreter will be able to know that all this, like if I put this same line, so both this line will be executed if this condition is true. If this condition is false, then interpreter will execute this, whatever statements are present in this else. Okay, so and it is read as if a%2 is equal to 0, then print this two lines, else print this line, and this line will be printed unconditionally because it is outside this if else. So today I am going to demonstrate some of the examples related to if else. So so the first example that I am going to solve is that write a program, not a C program, write a program to, there was some net problem and now I hope it is solved. So continuing with this, so over here the problem was that write a program to read the age of a candidate and then to determine whether he is eligible to cast his or her own vote. So first of all, we need to ask user to enter the age. So with the help of this input command, we can ask user to enter the age. Then we will put a condition using the if age is greater than or equal to 18, colon, then print you are eligible to cast your vote. Else print, let me copy from here, you are not eligible to cast your vote, right? So now if I run this, so now it is asking me to enter your age. Now if I enter, say I enter 6, so it generated an error. Now what the error is? Error is greater than or equal to is not supported between instances of str and int. And if you remember, yesterday we got this error when we were comparing this string with the integer. And in the initial lectures, I told you that when we use this input command, this always returns the number in string form. You can see this str, the value is 6 string. It is in string form and we need to do the typecasting. So it means that when I enter 6, it is not taken as number 6. It is taken as string. So I need to convert it, and to convert I need to do a typecasting. And we discussed in the initial lecture that it can be done with the help of this int. So if I put input command within int, then this whatever number that we are going to put, that will be converted into integer. Now if I run this thing and now if I enter 6, then you will find that it is going to work. So you are not eligible to cast your vote, right? If I rerun this, I put say 26, then you are eligible to cast a vote. I can modify it further, like I can put at the age of 18, you are eligible, right? So it is going to give better output, better in the form like instruction will be better in comparison to the previous one. So if I put 6, so at the age of 6 you are not eligible to cast your vote, right? So proper statement is there, the person even know that what's the reason, right? So in this way we can do this program. And over here, if just a quick revision, just we ask user to enter the age, and since input returns the number value in string form, so we need to do the typecasting, so we use this int. Then we simply put a condition using the relational operator, and then we put the print command, right? So now next is that write a C program to print, to write a program, not a C program. Actually all the programs, whatever programs that we are writing, it can be written in any program, right? So it can be written in C, Python, anywhere. So over here, write a program to input any alphabet and check whether it is a vowel or a consonant, right? So over here means, again, first task is I need to ask user to enter the alphabet. So enter the any alphabet. Now since again the return to this, it will be the string, and over here since I am expecting user to enter the alphabet which will be string, so I do not need to do any typecasting over here. Once I get this, now I need to put a condition. Now condition, condition I need to put? I need to check whether ch, whether the alphabet entered is a vowel or not. So what are vowels? Vowels are A, E, I, O and U, right? And U. So if the alphabets are A, E, I, O or U, if the alphabet is any of this alphabet, then it is a vowel. So means we need to put a multiple question. First we need to check if CH is equals to A. After that we also need to check if CH is equals to E. We also need to check, let me copy paste it. We also need to check if it is equals to I. We also need to check if it is equals to O. We also need to check if it is equals to U. Okay, so we have multiple questions, and in the previous lectures we discussed about logical operator which are used to connect multiple questions. Now over here we have two options. We can use either AND logical connection operator or. So over here, since if CH is equals to A or CH is equals to E or CH is equals to I, means if CH is any of this alphabet, it is not necessary that CH should be equal to all this. So since we do not want CH to be equal to all this, so we are going to put OR. We are going to connect all this question with OR. So now we will read this statement as if CH is equals to A or CH is equals to E or CH is equals to I or CH is equals to O or CH is equals to U. So if any of this condition is true, then we will print CH is a vowel, right? And if the overall, if no condition and none of these questions or the condition are true, means overall it is false, then we are going to print that CH is a consonant, right? So now if I execute this, if I put say E, it is saying E is a vowel. If I again execute it and I put T, then it is going to say T is a consonant. So you can see how easy it is. Simply, if we know what is vowels, simply we need to put that thing into the question, into the condition form. We need to use if, and we need to connect multiple questions with or. Why or? Because we have to, if any one of this condition is true, then means overall it is a vowel, right? So we connect it with or. Now one more thing that you need to note over here. Over here I just consider a small alphabets, right? But what about capital A? Is capital A is also a vowel? Capital E, capital I, capital O, capital U. So we also need to check this, right? Because capital alphabets are also vowel. So it means I need to add more 5 questions more. And what will be that 5 questions? The capital characters. So I will put capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, and capital U. So I now include 10 questions, first 5 for the small alphabets and next 5 for the capital. And now if I execute this and if I enter A, then A is a vowel. If I again execute this, I put R, then it is a consonant. Let's check if I remove this condition of capital characters. If I remove this, then what will happen? So if I remove, means question contain only the small characters. Now if I execute this and if I enter any alphabet which is capital alphabet, then and now if I enter, then it is saying A is a consonant, right? So it means that we need to put a separate questions for the capital characters, alphabets, right? Then only the program will be able to check whether CH is a vowel or not. So this is about the program to check whether the input alphabet is a vowel or a consonant. Now after this, the next is write a program to check whether a character is upper or a lower case. Now over here again, uppercase and the lowercase means uppercase the capital characters, lowercase the small alphabets, right? So first of all I need to ask user to enter the alphabet. So enter any alphabet, and since over here the question is related to alphabet, means we are expecting user to enter some alphabet, so CH will be the string, and this is also going to return a string, so we do not need to do any typecasting. Now after that, now we need to put a case condition. Now the condition of the lowercase we can simply put, yesterday we discussed that we can have condition like this. If I put small a less than this small b, okay, so what is the answer to this? Yesterday we discussed, let me run it separately. So I told you that it will be checked alphabetically as it is there in the dictionary, right? So means if a is less than b, it means it is true. If I put over here d, then it will be false. It means if I want to check whether the input character is, I can put a condition like this. If ch is greater than equals to small a and ch is less than equal to z. So now what it is going to do, if ch, suppose the value of ch it is e, so if I enter e, then over here it is going to check if e is greater than a. So condition is true, e is greater than a. And next question is if e is less than z. So it means since e is less than z, e comes before z. So both the conditions are true, right? So for this, the answer we can print that ch is lowercase alphabet. Simple, right? And else is uppercase. So over here we are just checking about whether the alphabet that is entered, if it lies between small a and small z. If it lies between small a and small z, then we are going to display that ch is a lowercase. If it lies beyond that, means if it is the alphabet, capital alphabet, uppercase alphabet, then the uppercase alphabet will not lie within this and it will display this, right? So if I execute this and if I enter capital A, then A is uppercase. If I again execute this, I put small a, it put lowercase. Remember that in programming languages, small lowercase alphabet and the uppercase alphabet, they are considered different. Okay, and small a and capital A, they are totally different. So what if I put this? What will be the answer to this? As per the English, as per the dictionary, both are equal. But what about the programming language? So if I execute this, it is saying false. It means from this we can conclude that since it is showing false, so it means in programming, small alphabets are considered greater than capital. So capital will appear before A. So if we want to make a dictionary with respect to the programming language, then capital alphabets will be placed before A. So if I put like capital A greater than small a, then it is going to be less than. So it is true because capital A, they are placed before small a as per the programming languages, right? So over here we just need to check whether the alphabet lie between small a and small z. If it lies between that, then we can print this. Otherwise the alphabet entered will be the uppercase alphabet. So this is about how we can check whether the character entered is uppercase or a lowercase alphabet, right? This type of a program can be used, like suppose if you prepare any form like Google form, and if you want user to enter at least one capital alphabet, one alphabet in an uppercase, if you want user at least one, then what we can write this type of a program. We can read, like if the user entered 10 alphabets, we can go to one by one, we can go to all the 10 alphabets and we can check if the entered character, if it lies between capital A and capital Z. If it lies between capital A and capital Z, then we can print that the entered alphabet is a uppercase, right? Over here, one more thing that we can do. Yesterday we discussed one more thing, and that is that we can put statements something like less than equals to ch. Let's check if it is going to work over here. If I put say f is a lowercase element. If I put g is uppercase element, means we can, instead of writing the two portions connected with AND operator, we can simply put it in the form of the range, that if the entered character lie between A and Z, then it is lowercase alphabet, right? So this is about how we can check whether the character entered is uppercase or lowercase alphabet. Now the next problem that we are going to discuss, it is about a mathematical problem, and over here the problem is write a program to check whether the triangle is equilateral, isosceles or scalene triangle. And as per the mathematics, we know that the triangle is equilateral if all the angles are equal. Triangle is isosceles if any two angles are equal, and it is scalene if all the three angles are different from each other. So it means what we want? We want user to enter the three angles. So input enter angle 1 of a triangle, right? So over here, since angle will be a number. So it means we need to convert it into int. We convert it into int if we do not want user to enter angle in decimal form. Okay, if we allow user to enter number in decimal point form, then we can convert it into the float. Right? Now, in the same way, we will ask user to enter angle 2, angle 3. Right? So, with this, we are able to get the 3 angles. And once we get the 3 angles, then we can take the sum of these 3 angles. Sorry, not sum. Over here, we need to check if all the 3 angles are equal. So to check whether all the 3 angles are equal, we can put a condition if A1 is equals to A2 and A1 is equals to A3. So if this is a condition, means if A1 is equal to A2 as well as equal to A3, then it means we will print triangle is an equilateral triangle, right? If otherwise, else, we will check over here. Now under else, what we can do? We can put another condition. If this condition is false, means if A1 is not equals to, if this condition is false, okay, then it means it is not a equilateral triangle. Then I need to check if A1 is equal to A2 or A1 is equals to A3 or A2 is equals to A3. It means over here I am checking that if any 2 angles are equal, so I connect it with OR, so that any of these 3 conditions, if any of these 3 condition is true, then I will display that the triangle is an isosceles triangle, right? And if this condition is also false, then it means that the triangle is a scalene triangle, right? So now it means first I check over here, if the 3 angles are equal to each other. If the 3 angles are equal to each other, then I display this. If the 3 angles are not equal to each other, then I come to this part, right? And since this if else lies under this else, means under this else, it will be read as if this condition is false, then this will be executed. Okay, and once we come over here, then over here first another question is popped up. So we ask this question, if any of these 3 conditions are true. If any of these 3 conditions are true, then this will be printed, otherwise this will be displayed. So let me first execute this. So if I put say 30 and 6 or 30, 75 and 75, so triangle is an isosceles triangle. If I again run this and I put 60, 60, 60, so triangle is equilateral triangle. If I again run this, then let me write 40, 90, 50. Triangle is scalene triangle, so it is giving a perfect answer, right? And once again, one thing that you need to note over here, that we have used inside this else, we have used another if else. So remember, when interpreter reads the program, it simply reads the program from top to bottom and from left to right, means exactly in the same way as we used to read the books, right? And once the interpreter comes over here, it check this condition. If these conditions are true, it simply execute this. Means interpreter will not go over here. If this condition is true, interpreter will not read what is written over here, right? But if this condition is false, then interpreter will come to this part, right? And over here, first this will be checked. If this condition is true, then interpreter will just execute this. Means now interpreter will not come to this part. It means that inside one if else we can have any number of if else. Interpreter will not bother about it. So since it is going to read from top to bottom and from left to right, it is something like if while reading a book, if on page 1, if it is mentioned go to page number 20, simply we will go to page number 20. On page number 20, after reading 2-3 lines, if it is mentioned go to page number 50, we will go to page number 50. Over 50, on page 50, if it is mentioned go to page number 23, so we will go to page number 23. So as we are reading the book, we will simply follow that path, right? So over here also, interpreter is simply going to follow the path as is written in the statements. So it is not going to look here and there, simply it is going to follow from top to bottom and from left to right, right? So this is about the how we can check whether the triangle is equilateral, isosceles or scaling. Now over here, let me again run this program. If I run this program and if I entered the three angles as 30, 30 and 30. Let me remove this 3 over here. 30. Now the answer is triangle is equilateral. But over here, note one thing, that I put the angle as 30, 30, 30 and the sum is 90 degree, and we know that the sum of all the three angles should be equals to 180 degree. It means these numbers are invalid. It is not a valid triangle. And over here, if we are generating this as an output, it means our program is wrong. So we should check whether the entered angle are valid or not. So it means once the user has entered, so we should check if A1 plus A2 plus A3, if this sum of this three angle is equals to 180. If it is 180, then only we are going to follow this, right? If it is 180, sum of the angle is 180, then we are going to check whether the triangle is equilateral, isosceles or scaling. Otherwise, else we will display print entered angles are invalid. We will put an instruction to the user. So what happened over here? Over here, once I get the three angles from the user, I first check if the summation is equals to 180 or not. If the sum is equals to 180, then we are going to proceed to check whether the triangle is equilateral, isosceles or scaling. But if this condition is false, then if this condition is true, then we execute this. Else we are going to print and that entered angles are invalid. So if I again execute this, and now if I put 30, 30 and 30, now it is saying entered angles are invalid, right? So in this way we can check whether the entered angles are valid or not, and if the entered angles are valid, then only we are going to start checking for if the triangle is equilateral, isosceles or scaling. So in this way we will not let user to enter any invalid angles. So this is about nested if else, that within one if we can put another if else statements and there is no end. Means we can put any number of if else statement within another if else. and this is known as the nested if else statement. In the tomorrow's lecture, I am going to elaborate it little more, and after this we are also going to discuss about another statement which is known as elif, elif. So if you have any question, any doubt, then you can put it in the comment box. So thank you. Do subscribe my channel, share this video with your friends and colleagues, and like this video. Thank you.